What's up guys, Cooper Carter here for G66, and in this video I'm going to show you my 10 favorite high gain rhythm presets in the Fractal Audio Systems Axe-FX3. So just like in our last two videos, which featured clean presets and mid-gain presets, the terms that we as guitarists use to classify tones can mean a lot of different things to different players and different styles of music. So the term high gain may mean to you a very tight, gated, aggressive staccato tone that you might hear in modern djent music. It may be the classic tight bottom end, chug, chug, chug tone that you know from Metal, Metallica, Dream Theater, Iron Maiden, these kind of bands. Or it might very well be an early metal tone that you might have heard in the 70s, where you have an amplifier working as hard as it possibly can to deliver as much distortion as possible, but its circuitry wasn't quite up to the task of delivering the kind of high gain that we now think of as aggressive, brutal metal gain in 2020. Or you might be going for the classic rectifier type tone that's just a big, fat, loose wall of distortion. Very popular in the early 2000s, the 90s, certainly a classic sound. Luckily, the Axe-FX3 can deliver all of these tones and more, so here are my 10 favorite presets that give you great high gain rhythm tone right out of the box, no adjustments at all. All right, so I'm gonna kick things off here with preset number 11, Brit 800, based around the Brit 800 model, which is itself based on the Marshall JCM 800. This preset includes 3 scenes, the standard 800, and 2 very popular modifications that were done to the amplifier over the years. I highly encourage you guys check those out for different flavors of the amp. Anyone familiar with the history of Marshall amplifiers knows that from the early 60s, with the release of the JTM 45, their first amplifier, up through the Plexis and then into the JMPs, the gain available on those amplifiers, the amount of distortion, really increased steadily as the years went on. When I think Marshall and I think high gain, my go-to is the JCM 800. It was one of the first amplifiers I ever played and owned when I was young that had a lot of gain on tap that I could explore. Really fun, so a lot of great memories there. But I highly encourage you guys to check out the Plexi 100 watt preset and its associated scenes that give you different Plexi types, because it gives you a really nice view into where Marshall was when they were pushing the edge of high gain, but hadn't quite gotten down the technology to really do the kind of searing stuff that we associate these days in 2020 with high gain. Now don't skip out on the USA Mark IV, which is based on the Mesa Boogie Mark IV in your own exploration, but I am going to move to number 14, USA 2C+, based around, of course, the absolutely legendary Mesa Boogie Mark II C+ amplifiers. There are scenes to enable the different pull switches on the amp, bright and deep. And then on scene 4, we have a very special 2C++ model, specially requested by the guys in Metallica. This is the amp model that Metallica uses live for their sound, so let's check this out. Next we have preset number 15, Recto 1, which gives you the absolutely unmistakable classic sound of a Mesa Boogie dual rectifier. We have orange normal, orange modern, and red scenes in this preset to access the different channels of this amp. I'm gonna check out the red channel. on, we have preset number 24, Friedman BE-100. These are based around Dave Friedman's absolutely searing brown eye amplifiers. Now, in this preset, you do have access to both the brown eye and the hairy brown eye amplifier type. I'm gonna go with the HBE 2018 scene. This is an amplifier that is well worth exploring at all sorts of different levels of gain, but when you run this amplifier the way it is in this preset, it is absolutely crushing. Next up, we have preset number 38, Das Metall. Now, of course, you would expect from the name to get a ton of metal high gain out of this preset, and that's exactly what it delivers. It's based on the Das Metall amp type, which is itself based on the diesel VH4 amplifier. And fun little fact, this is the exact same preset, unchanged, that Adam Levine uses live with Maroon 5 for his lead breaks, where he takes very high gain solos during the show. Let's check out this preset. Next up, we have number 57, Ma, the Meatloaf. Anyone familiar with Will Ferrell's classic cameo in Wedding Crashers will know where the name of this preset comes from. This preset is based around the 5153 100 watt red channel, which is itself based on the EVH 5153 amplifier. Now, this preset gives you great settings for that amp, but if you're looking to explore the different channels of that amp, I highly encourage you guys to check out preset number 28, which gives you the full complement of the 5153 channels. But I'm gonna go back to Ma the Meatloaf. This is a killer tone. Let's check it out. Next up, we have preset number 83, Petrucci Rig. Now, I'm a little biased including this in a favorites list because I did design this preset for the Axe-Fx, but it is what it is. As of now, the preset features the USA 2C Plus Deep Bright model, which is based on, of course, the Mesa Boogie 2C Plus amplifier with the deep and bright switches on. But this factory preset will be updated very soon to include the absolutely amazing model of the JP2C Petrucci signature amplifier from Mesa Boogie. So I'm gonna go ahead and change the amplifier type on this Crunch Me Under scene to the USA JP2C Plus Yellow. That's what you'll see in the factory preset when these are updated very soon. Let's take a listen to that. At some point, I'll probably kick on a little bit of chorus for that classic, huge John Petrucci progressive rhythm sound. Next up, we have preset number 103, Djentlemanly. Now, the Axe Effects arguably first made a big name for itself with the rise of djent music, with djent players. The djent community was very big in helping the Axe Effects come to the forefront of the industry, given its ability to deliver razor sharp, super high gain, tight tones. And the go-to amplifier for me for that kind of tone is the FAS Modern Amp. This is a custom designed, purpose-built Fractal Audio Systems amplifier type made by Cliff Chase himself to really capture the ideal high gain, tight djent tone. And again, if you guys are interested in checking out this amp with a few more effects added, do check out the actual FAS Modern preset, which has a full complement of fun stuff to mess with. But I am gonna go back to the Djentlemanly preset, and we're gonna do a little bit of playing on that. Next up, we have preset 114, Chainsaw 88. This features the Solo 88 lead amplifier type, which is based on the Soldano X88R amplifier. This has a big, expansive hall reverb on it. I actually like to turn that off when I use this preset. I'm just bypassing it by pressing the spacebar and Axe Edit. So let's listen to how this preset sounds. And finally, I'm going to scroll way up here into the high 200s for my final favorite high gain preset, number 284, Uber Chugga 2. This preset uses two different amplifier types in parallel, the Energy Ball and the Recto 2 Red Modern, based on an Ingle Powerball and a Mesa Boogie rectifier. This is an absolutely massive preset. Do check out the scenes that give you different settings for the effects. I have a lot of fun with this preset. Anyone who follows my channel has heard this as the rhythm tone and actually sometimes as a lead tone on some Axe Effects and Ernie Ball Music Man guitar demos. Let's check this preset out. All right, so there you have them, my 10 favorite presets in the Axe Effects 3 for one-touch, instant access, high-gain rhythm tone. Now, of course, as I mentioned earlier, the Axe Effects and Fractal Audio Systems really made its name, its early bones, on its ability to deliver incredible high-gain tone. So I highly encourage you guys to explore these presets, explore other presets, and really spend some time going through the absolutely enormous list of amplifier types in the Axe Effects 3 that can give you excellent high gain. If you guys enjoyed this video, please do leave us a comment in the comment section below. Either somebody at G66 or I will get back to you if you have a question about the tones you've heard, the Axe Effects 3, or any other Fractal Audio products. Make sure to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to this channel, and stay tuned for more Axe Effects 3 content coming very soon.